Hello, welcome back again. Yes, this video is about initializing our array, assigning values to our array. In the previous video, we just created the array and tried to assign some little values to some index of the array, as just few parts of the array. In this other part, I'm coming out with my IntelliJ. We just initialize the array, also declared another array, but we didn't populate the array with values, especially in the case of our name list. We didn't do anything, we didn't assign it for any value. In this section, we'll be looking at how to use a for loop to fill our array. So for that, I'll be starting with the int number list array we've declared previously. If you still have the class, you can as well go and check it out. Just go back to the class. I want to print out all the values inside of our number list. So for that, we'll be making use of a for loop. So just pay attention. So we have int I, which is a loop control variable. I is less than number list dot length. Don't forget, it's always going to be less than number list dot length. If it is equal to, at the end of the day, we have an exception that will be thrown at us due to index out of bound, and we have to increment our I. Then we just have a simple print line statement. I will print out the value at each index. So remember that I is going to start from 0. Along the way, when it runs the first time, it's going to increment, so I will then be 1. So because we are just having a single print line statement, we don't need to include this statement in a block, but you can also go ahead and include it in a block. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to print out all the numbers in the variable, in the array. So I'll run the program. And you can see that we have 0 printed out all till go to this the 9th index, where we initialized it to 5, and later we initialized to 9. So you can see that it printed out the zeros all through, because our initial creation of the array is going to fill all the indexes with a value of 0. This is because we are using a base type of int. If we are using a base type of boolean, I can say boolean verify equals to new boolean, let me just put 5. And if I try to print out verify, after our int verify dot length I plus plus, and I want to print out say verify, as we want to print out the value of verify at index I, as the case may be. You see, it's going to print out false. So if we also have if we create an array of double, it is also going to fill the whole of the array with 0. If we have not yet assigned any of the index a value, that index will be equal to 0. In the case of boolean, because boolean is either true or false, our initial value will be false. But if we now change the value of the particular index, that index will have a value of the value we've assigned to it. We might say verify 3 equals equals to true. So you see that this time around, though we have false or true at this point when we printed as first, but because we've assigned the value of the third index to true, you see that one of these will be true, and that's going to be this one right here, because this is what the third index, which is the number fourth item. So I run the program. As you can see, we have what true. So that is how to change the value and also use the for loop to print out what the values in the array. Now we've seen how to print out the values in the array using the for loop. How about want to assign want to change the values in the array using the for loop? But this time around, just to make things simple, I want to assign the first 10 numbers in our numeric series, that's 1 to 10, the very first 10 numbers. I want to assign those 10 numbers to my number list. So for that, I'll say number list at what I is equal to I plus 1. Recall that in the very first stage, I is equal to 0. So number list I will be equal to what? 0 plus 1. So our number list at index I is equal to what? I plus what? 1. So that's it. Then we can go ahead and print it. Inside of this same statement, we are saying print numbers. Numbers plus number list I. So that's it. You see, as it progresses, it will bring out 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth till it gets to the value 10. So you can see that we have numbers 1, numbers 2. So as it processes through this loop, it is going to assign the index at position I. The index at position I is going to assign it to what? A new value. So that's how it works. Like I explained before, at the very first instance, I is equal to 0, and index I is the first element. Index 0 is the first element of number list. So number list is now referring to 0 plus 1, because I at that point is equal to 1. So when I is equal to I at that point is equal to 0. So when I is equal to 1, that's what position 2, but index 1, and we have 1 plus 1, so we have number 2. So that's how it progresses. So you can see how we've used the for loop to assign our values to the array. Now the reason for this is because we'll be looking at how to use the scanner class to read names from the list in the next video. From a list, I have my list right here. Like I said before, you are in charge of a group. You are the captain of the group, and you have 100 members in that group, and you are asked to present the names of each members in the group. You just have a single name in this group. You have a single name of each person in the group, just the first name. We don't really have any last name. So we are going to be looking at that in the next section. So we'll be using a for loop or a while loop. What I want you to do is to practice what we just did, but you make use of a while loop, or you can also make use of a do while loop, just to train yourself and also keep on increasing your programming skills. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.